Welcome. Let's talk about the next section on science and technology expected topics. So here let's focus on the first topic, that is the Global Innovation Index. Now India's position is now 40th on the Global Innovation Index as per 2022. Country is among the top 3 nations in terms of the number of scientific publications that are done as per the NSF database, and also it is very high in ranking in terms of number of PhDs awarded, number of educational startups, and number of education systems in India. The next important thing is there have been 5 high power supercomputing systems which have been installed across India. Those are at IIT Kharagpur, NIT Trichy, IIT Gandhinagar, IIT Guwahati, and IIT Mandi. So those 5 are the locations where supercomputers have been installed. Also, under the National Mission for Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical Sciences, there has been a budget allocation for innovation and working towards new technological hubs. So 25 technological innovation hubs have been identified, of which Art Park, which is a AI driven platform, which is X-ray Setu, has actually helped the doctors who are present in the areas where X-ray machines are not present, or remote from the X-ray machines, they can have the image through the WhatsApp and can read the patient information and the details. Now there are 6 regional centers for Geodesy which have been established under the National Geospatial Program, and those are at IIT Bombay, IIST Thiruvananthapuram, Anna University, IIT Dhanbad, MNNIT Allahabad, and Maneet at Bhopal. So those are some of the important locations. There are 4 new universities which have been established under the PERSE scheme, which is the promotion of university research and scientific excellence. And also there are various organizations which are working under FIST, Fund for Improvement of Science and Technology. The next is quantum technology. Now, under the various developments that we have seen, one of the very important development that we need to understand is the development by the Raman Research Institute in collaboration with Tata Institute for Fundamental Research, and that has come up, and this has been along with the International Center for Theoretical Sciences, and this focuses on the noise in quantum technology, and this area is known as the Quantum Brownian Motion. Now, Quantum Brownian Motion is one of the very important terms for your examination this time. It talks about when a light uh, when a charged particle comes in contact with magnetic field, how it behaves. It is subjected when it is brought under extremely cold temperature, or we can say ultra cold temperature. So what would happen to that charged particle in a magnetic field in an extremely cold condition is being established and understood under this concept. And the Brownian motion concept actually mainly focuses on understanding the random movement of the particles. Besides this, there are nearly 370 women scientists who have been given under the Women Scientist A, and they have been given training in various fields. Now, Kashmir so far was called as the saffron bowl of India. However, for the first time in the Yangang Valley in Sikkim, besides this, the Tawang region in Arunachal Pradesh and the Barapani area of Meghalaya, 3 of these areas have been declared as the saffron cultivating areas. There are 2 scientists who from the Arctic division who have participated in the North Pole expedition, and the idea of the research vessel is Crown Prince Kahun. This is a research vessel which is working to understand the biological and the physical aspects and the sea ice vulnerabilities in the Arctic region. Also similar to this, Antarctic Bill was passed in 2022, and that talked about India's obligations and the ecosystem in the the Antarctic region that the India would have to maintain. The next is ART, which is the Atmospheric Research Test Bed. This is a facility of more than 100-acre land in the Sihor area of Madhya Pradesh, and this focuses on four important aspects. One is cloud, the second is aerosols, thunderstorms, and land atmosphere interactions. There have been first evidence of solitary waves which have been found, and this has been declared by the Indian Institute of Geomagnetism, which falls under the Department of Science and Technology, and this has been understood at the Mars atmosphere. So a very important development by the MAVEN spacecraft of NASA. MAVEN is basically talking about the Mars atmosphere and volatile evolution. Also, 3D seismic data has been used to trace the exploration of hydrocarbons, which gives you an insight about the geotectonic area, and the Upper Assam basin in the northeast India can be understood regarding this. The next is the RS Ofchi. Now, astronomers have been tracking this star, and this is one of the stars which is a binary star, a white dwarf surrounded by a red star, and both of them working together. So it's a very rare supernova combination and of a binary star, and this has been a very unique one. It has shown many eruptions since 1985. The recent one was in August 2021, and this was visible through the naked eye because the magnitude of the intensity was so high, around 4.6. So it was bright enough that it could be visible through the naked eye. So what happens is, when the material on the surface of the white dwarf actually achieves a critical temperature, then it is visible and makes a huge energy which can be explained from the far off. The next is a method to detect the neurodegenerative disease. Now, hydration dynamics is one of the methods which has been working in this line. There is liquid-liquid phase separation, LLPS as it is called as, and there are various membraneless compartments in the cytoplasm of the cell. Now, to understand this, hydration dynamics has been used, and through this process, the diseases which relate to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, cataract could be clearly understood, and good researches could be made for the same. The next in the field of quantum computers is entanglement of photons, and here we have a term agrotrophy. Now, agrotrophy is a concept that represents the extractable amount of energy from a system which is kept in an entropy, that is measuring the randomness of the system which is constant. Now, when this technology could be harnessed, quantum batteries could be a future, and we can also talk about quantum teleportation as one of the results out of it. So probing could be done, and this probing would actually be either of the individual systems or the composite system, and this would actually define what is the ergotropy. The next is Hansa NG. It is a two-seater flying aircraft which has been developed by the CSIR NAL, and this is one of the very important ones because it could have a speed of 60 to 70 knots and can fly up to 7,000 to 8,000 feet high. So again, an important development. Very important is in the Hazira region of Surat, there is the first steel slag road which has been created, and this is the world's very important discovery, has been noted in the India Book of Record, Asia Book of Record. Now, India is one of the second largest producer of the steel, and produces a huge amount of steel slag, which is a byproduct, and 100% waste is generated. Now, this waste could be utilized in the construction of road, and this is called as the steel slag road. So, a remarkable discovery through the CRRI, that is the Central Research Institute for Road. The next is graphene stabilized photonic crystals can be made more durable and have better reflective display in laser devices. So this is where the thermal stability and the optical purity can be developed using various colors, various spectrum, and therefore this is a very important development that could be understood. So those are some of the important highlights that we have discussed for this last section on the expected questions from science and technology. technology, science and technology forms a very important part. In the below link, we have a complete course for your prelims, mains, and more. So wish you very good luck. In case if you have any questions, any doubts, feel free to connect back to us, and we'll be more than happy to resolve your queries.